Hey, what's up? I'm Anthony Hamilton, and you're watching me on Hype TV.
I listened to this incredible new song. You made a fool of me. That premiered on May 7th. The album came out on September 24th. Love is the New Black. So
Absolutely.
talk to me about the inspiration behind that project.
Going through, getting back into it from being on the road for 2 years. It was a thought process of how do I go back in? How do I get back to my fans and pick up where we left off? So talking to Jermaine Dupri and a few Ninth Wonder and Bink and these guys, we started to conceptualize like Anthony Hamilton in 2021, 22. And we got to talking about stuff like what I mean to the industry, what I mean to music. It's like, man, you don't have to really get trendy. You just have to just be Anthony Hamilton consistently and give people what they love. So we started doing songs that felt like things that people loved from me. And I felt pretty good about it. So it was a brotherhood, a kinship that spearheaded this thing.
Yeah, I mean, you've been in the business over 30 years. Like, this is
That's
incredible.
crazy for me.
Yeah, you were signed by Andre Harrell back in 92, was it?
93. Yeah, 93, back in 93. Yep.
Does that just blow your mind when you think about it? Like, not to age you or date you, but
no, I earned these years, so I celebrate my years.
Thank you. I see the salt and pepper. Yeah, you earned it.
Yeah. A little salt and pepper. I'm still jumping rope and signing with Andre Harrell. It was a dream come true because Jodeci was from Charlotte, and they had gotten signed some years prior to mine. And I was just like, man, this is my favorite group. They're from my hometown and they singing like that. God, I really want to make it now. Mm-hmm. And I almost got signed to not signed to Jodeci, but my friend tried to get me in the group. They had already signed. So it was a sign for me to be signed to Uptown. It was a sign for me to meet Jimmy Jenkins and Andre Harrell and all those amazing people at that label, man. It was absolutely mind-blowing. It was like Walt Disney World for me.
I mean, he's the king of R&B soul back then.
Andre was like, yo, you gotta be fly. Whatever you do, you gotta make it fly. You gotta look good. The ladies gotta love it. The ladies love it. The guys gonna buy it because they want the ladies to be around. So whatever you make it for the ladies. The men gonna buy it because they want they want to have what the ladies love. And he said, just be fly, have fun, make it sexy. Andre was about making every moment sexy, fun, and go all out.
Smart man. Okay. Rest in peace to the late, great Andre.
Oh,
yeah. So last month it was announced you're going to be on the Night Tour with Maxwell and Joe. Sounds pretty spicy to me. I'm sure there'll be some panties thrown on the stage.
We should name this the Panty Fest.
Okay.
I can just see him now, panties flying around like what you call stuff, confetti.
Oh my God. So what most excites you?
Panfetti Fest.
So tell me what most excites you about this tour and how did it come together?
What most excite me about this tour is the fact that, here we are, three amazing brothers who've created this whole body of work, and we've earned the trust of our fans by giving them consistent songs that they've lived their life to. And to come together as a team, as a trio, to go out and bless the people after such a hard 2 years.
Right.
It feels like it's a rebirth of everything that's good, everything that's beautiful, everything that's musical, R&B, and everything that's us. And to be a part of that celebration and the victory, to still be here.
Yeah.
I think that's what touches me most.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, Anthony, one of my biggest mentors is Oprah. And what I love about her is that she tells real stories from influential people all around the world and helps to bring out their testimony. And so I really want to ask you, you know, about your upbringing and how that influences your music today, but also like, was there any super hard experience you've been through in your life or a limiting belief you've had to overcome in order to get where you are today? What do you think would really inspire people to hear about your story?
I think, being adopted, I was adopted. I know my family and I know my mother and my father, but when the home is unsettled and people and grown-ups are going through their thing because they're young grown-ups, young adults at the time, and they're just figuring their way out. Sometimes you have to ride those waves with them. And as a child, you're not always strong enough. Thank God I was strong enough to ride a lot of the waves, but to be placed in a place where the water was settled again. I think staying strong and not letting the things around me that weren't so beautiful, not let those deter me from anything, to stay focused and to always believe that I was going to be famous singing. I never let any of it take away from my belief in who I was.
Okay, an assumption that people make about you that's just simply not the case, or you've had to
that I'm sad because I sing some songs that are really steeped in raw emotions and situations. There's some heartbreak in there, but there's some happy times in there too. There's some Sister Big Bone, there's some Cool, there's some Sucker for You. There's a whole lot of stuff that I've created. Magnolia's Room, all these beautiful songs that don't deal with heartbreak and heartache. But yeah, I'm silly.
So you made a fool of me. Is that inspired by true events or?
Absolutely, not recently, but yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. There have been some times I've been made a fool of, and there's been times when I've made a fool of people, and you don't try to. It's just things don't pan out, and you're just like, man, I thought it was going to be this, or I'm trying to stick around for it to be this, and that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a few guys in the studio when we wrote that song, so
I bet.
so I think we've all had a taste of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How has co-parenting, or how has that grown you as a man?
It's beautiful. We co-parent so amazing. Just it allows you to see that priority is so important, and consideration is very important. I consider her life to be as important as mine, and she does the same. And I prioritize my schedule to make sure that I have time so she can have rest. And so as long as we do that, we're fine.
Yeah. And you did that OWN series, They Call Me Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your experience like parenting during the pandemic?
Well, the boys were here with me. As soon as the pandemic, they started making, talks about things shutting down. She brought them here. She was in Cleveland, living in Cleveland. She's since moved back here. She just got married, actually, Sunday. And amazing man. And so she brought him here, and I had him for like four and a half months straight. And it was beautiful. It was the most peaceful, the most calm I've been. Things didn't bother me. The noise didn't bother me. It's almost like I was renewed. Like it was just like, okay, we had an understanding. Like here we are. We're all we got. Closer than close. And so let's make it beautiful. And that lasted for a long time. Toward the end, everybody got a little antsy. I think about the third month and a half, I think people's like, all right, already. Like, please turn the noise down, turn the TV down. So, yeah, but for the most part, I got to know who they were every day, not just after school, not just when they're here, away from mom, but just all day, every day for 4 months.
Mm-hmm. I saw y'all in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, we was all out riding bikes. We were doing everything. We were really trying to make a living out of living.
Uh-huh. And I just loved your living room sessions and performances. Amazing.
Yeah,
Can we keep that going, please? By the way.
Absolutely. I'm actually in talks with my team about just doing some really incredible stuff, new stuff. I think things were born in the pandemic that should remain. I think there were things that died in the pandemic that should remain dead.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful situation to see that there can be new birth, and there can be the destruction of something that needed to be totally destroyed a long time ago.
What's one thing you're glad we did away with thanks to the pandemic, or that changed?
Just the people, the consideration to being clean and considering someone else's space, the help, someone else's health, someone else's livelihood, and the importance of human beings, and the fact that we all suffer when we disregard the laws of the land and certain things that God put in place. I think it opened the eyes up to people, even with money and status. You have no power when things shut down. And so it put those things in perspective. And I was pretty glad to see that.
Yeah, me too. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Wash
you don't even see, look.
Cover your mouth.
People so scared now. Yeah, like wash your hands, man. Look, you don't even see people digging in their nose driving no more.
It's good. I love it.
Go over here.
I just had my first cold since pre-pandemic, like a regular cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I used to get sick at least 4 times a year. And I can only attribute it to people actually washing their hands, me covering my mouth, me washing my hands more, So.
Yeah. I think, my body was, I think it was sinus or something, but it was mimicking like a pre-cold. But then, I had COVID pretty bad. I was in the hospital 2 weeks last December. Yeah, last December.
Wow. I got it in October, but I didn't end up in the hospital. How was that like?
There was moments of fear. There was moments of being scared. I was on oxygen, and I was just in there fighting and doing the exercises and doing everything and praying, and I had my herbs and my stones and all the stuff that I felt could usher in some stronger faith and help me heal. I put my body on a regimen. I started eating salmon, like grilled salmon, a big thing of spinach, and a baked sweet potato twice a day. And then that's for lunch and dinner. And for morning time, I eat oatmeal with raisins. And I just turned my food into medicine, and everything was on a regimen. I think my body got used to knowing, okay, we have a system now. We can depend on it. So we're going to fight harder. But it was a scary thing. My kids had it. My younger 3 had it. My brother, my best friend, Eddie Kane, and a few other people. We all got it. We don't know who gave it to who. But I had never been sick. I hadn't been sick in maybe 15 years, maybe. Maybe if I had a cold of 2 days, 3 days. But yeah, that it made up for it. Thank God I was healthy, and I take pretty good care of myself.
Wow. I don't think I realized you were in the hospital. That's right. God is good. Okay.
Amen.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, all right. Well, finishing off with a couple of questions related to family and legacy. So which of your sons do you think is most likely to follow in your footsteps, and then least likely, and why?
Which of my boys will follow? And Nolan, one of the twins, loves to sing. And he used to be all about singing all the time. Now I don't really hear him singing as much. I think he's more toward video games, and he may want to be a gamer, but I think he still loves singing. His mother sings really well. But I think maybe Aaron. Aaron is a hip hop head. I think he may go into be a rapper or some form of a musician. But my oldest son does techno trance, dubstep, produces. Then my next to the oldest, he put out a project called the Red Project that, you know, they were having fun with. But yeah, I think they all got a little music in them, you know. But definitely, I think that Aaron, he likes the lights. He want to be seen.
Funny. All right. So how would you describe the legacy that you aim to leave behind for your fans as well as your family?
The legacy of a man who lived, who loved, who wasn't afraid to be vulnerable, who made mistakes, but each day he woke up his desire to make the world better through music, laugh, and love. This is the legacy I want to leave behind, and yeah, it was a singing ass man. You know.
Yes,
that's a good nigga though. You know.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. Well, I mean, that's like, you're one of the best in the business, living legend. I would consider you, you know, Grammy Award winner, multi-platinum. Like, I can't even, yeah. So
wow.
Just, it's an honor. It's an honor to speak with you. And
yes, this is good to see you. This is a great surprise. Oh man.
Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. I'll see you on tour.
I'll see you. I'll probably see you in a couple cities. You let me know. Hit me up and we'll make it happen.
I appreciate that. Hey.